Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to take you through my makeup routine that I do every day. For skin prep, I just went in with my normal skincare, which is washing my face with the CeraVe cleanser and then using a La Roche-Posay moisturizer. Starting off, I'm going in with my Saie Star Glow. I put this all over my face. I put it in these spots and then I just rub it in like normal moisturizer. Now I go in with two concealers. First, I'm going to use the Merit concealer in the shade Ceramic. And this I just put right under my eyes like this. And then I use the Tower 28 concealer in the shade BU. And then I put this with my spot concealing, and I also do a little bit under my eyes, just like this. And then I cover any spots that I have as well. I like to let my concealer sit a little bit before I blend it out. So I'm going to go to my eyebrows. This is the eyebrow pencil from VC Collection in the shade Dark Brown. So starting off, there's a brush side, and I just brush my eyebrows up like this. And then I fill it in with the other side. The tip is very thin, so it's really nice to draw out my brows. And I only fill in the edges because my eyebrows are very dark anyway, so it just makes them a little cleaner. But I just fill in the edges, any spots that look a little more open, and it just looks like a little cleaner. It doesn't look like much, but I do that to both sides. And then to finish off, I just brush them out one last time. Now for concealer, I like to blend out with two different things. So first I'm going to go in with this concealer brush from Luna Magic. This I got in an Ipsy package as well with the eyebrow pencil. But I'm going to use this to blend in all my spot conceals. And then for under my eyes, I use the Real Techniques Beauty Sponge. It's a little dirty right now, but for the brush, I just blend lightly like this and pat it in. And I do that for every spot. And then after I blend out with the brush, I use the beauty sponge under my eyes. And I like to pull it down a little bit, and then I pull it up like this as well, because it ends up making it a lot more brighter, and then it also lifts as well. Next, I go in with the Saie bronzer in the shade Light Bronze. I use this side to do the contour, and I just put it right here. And then I put it in like on the flat side, and then to blend it out, I put it up like this and then blend it out that way. Then I like to also bring it into my eyelid a little bit as well. Then I do the same thing on the other side. Next, I go on my forehead just like this. I do the same technique to blend it out. Then I take whatever is left on the brush and I do under my chin as well. And then I really lightly tap in and put it over the bridge of my nose like this. Now I go back in with the Merit concealer to contour out my nose. I basically just do a line right here. And that's all I do, and then I blend it out with this brush as well. I normally do like that much. Then to blend it, I just blend it up like this and make sure that the line stays straight. And then with the excess on the brush, I put it right here. And then I go back in with this side, and I use it to kind of soften up the edges a little bit of the concealer. And then I also use my finger as well. Now I'm going in with the Emco Beauty Blush in the shade Peony Rose. It's a very pretty color. It looks like this. And then I put it higher on my cheeks like this. Kind of like in a C right here on both sides. And then I go in and I blend the other side of the double-ended brush. And I just pat it in like this and make sure I keep it lifted. I also bring it in towards my eye as well. I also like to take it just a little bit under my eye, like right here, just to make it blend a little better. Then again, with the leftover on the brush, I just lightly go over my nose as well. Now for the powder, I use the Wet n Wild translucent powder, and I use this brush. I also got this from Ipsy, so I don't know what brand it is, but I use this brush, and I just take some off of the lid like this, and I put it under my eyes, just to calm down the glow a little bit under my eyes, just like this, and like pulling it down and then lifting it up like that. And then I kind of bring it to the sides of my nose as well. And then I put some on my chin, and then just a little bit on my forehead as well. Now I'm going in with the Hoola bronzer in the shade Original. This is just a little sample size, but then I use this big e.l.f. brush. I don't know if they make this brush anymore, but it's like really big and I really like it. So I just take a little bit, I just kind of dip it in, and then I put it on the same parts that I put the cream bronzer on. Now for powdered blush, I actually use two different ones, but first we're going in with this eyeshadow palette from What's Up Beauty. It's a eye and cheek palette, so I use the blush side. And it matches my cream blush perfectly, so I really like this, and I just put a little bit on. It's very pigmented, so I have to tap a bit off, and then I go in right where I put the cream product. I also bring it in towards my eye as well, and I just tap it in just like this. And then just a little bit over my nose. And next we're going to go in with this blush, which is from Ciate London. I don't really know how to pronounce it, but it's in the shade Tempt Me. This shade is the Flirtique palette. This blush has a little bit of a shimmer to it, which is why I like putting this on top, but I just put a little bit on the brush and go over it just to add more glow. And this one I don't put over my nose because I don't want to really cover up the contouring that I did. I do also use a highlighter, so this highlighter is from Wonder Beauty in the shade Wanderlust Glow. It's like a pretty gold shade, and then I just use this brush that I got off of Amazon, and I just very carefully tap it in because it's very strong, and then I put it on my nose just like this, and then on my cheekbone, and then I put it right under my eye as well, just like this. And then I put like just a little bit on my forehead and right on top of my lip. Now normally after this step I use a setting spray, but I don't have any at the moment. I have to get a restock. But next for eyes I go in with the e.l.f. eyeliner in black. And I'm not going to show me putting this on, but I put it on my waterline. So I put it down here and up here on my waterline. So I'm going to do that and then I'll be right back. I've heard that putting eyeliner on your waterline is not the best for you, so I don't like to do this every day, but I do this most days. And then after I do it there, I also put some on my eyelid like this. And I'm very messy with it, so I just put a little bit on. And it looks crazy right now. This I do every day, so like when I don't want to do the waterline, it still gives the effect. But I blend this out with this brush that I got in the same Amazon pack, and I just very lightly like swirl it around, lifting it up and around my eyelid, which is why I don't really care how messy I put it on to begin with because it all blends out anyway. And then I just take a little bit under my eye as well, and then I like to go like this just to kind of lift it up a little bit. And then I'm going to do the same thing on this side as well. It's also really hard for me to keep my eyes open when I blend this, so most of the times I just close my eyes and then hope for the best and then like fix it after. Now it's time for lashes, so I'm going to use this lash curler from Tweezerman. I grab all my eyelashes and then I keep this on for a little bit because I want my lashes to be as curled as they can get. So I kind of take it like this and then I like curl it up a little bit like that a few times, and then I kind of hold down as well, just like that. Then I'm going to do the same thing on this side as well. Now that my lashes are curled, I'm going to use my mascara. I use the Maybelline Sky High mascara in the shade Blackest Black, and I put this on my top and bottom lashes as well. So I do a pretty good amount. I like to blink because I feel like it feathers out the edges more. And then I still shake it up as well. And then I put some on my bottom lashes as well. Just a little bit though, because I don't want it to be too crazy. And then I just do the same thing on the other side. I also don't put mascara on the roots of my lashes because that tends to make my lashes fall down quicker during the day. so when I don't put it on, I feel like it lasts longer. Also, if anyone has any black eyeliner recommendations, mine likes to come off really fast on my waterline, and I would like to find one that lasts a little bit longer. Now for my lip combo, I use 4 different things. But starting off, I go in with the Benetint in Rose Tinted Benetint. I don't know what the name is of this one. I think it is just the Rose Tint, but it's like the normal one that everybody gets. I take this and I put it all over my lips just like this. And then I blend them together like this. And then I let it dry down for a little bit before I put the next thing on. Next, I go in with the Clinique Black Honey lipstick. Looks like this. And then I put it on just a very light layer like this. Then I go in with my lip liner after everything. I feel like this just blends it together a lot better. This is the Bisha lip liner in the shade Beverly Hills. I got this in the Ipsy package, and I love this so much. It's like the most perfect color. But I line my lips like this. I also don't overline at all. I just go with my natural lip line. It's hard for me to talk while I do my lip liner, but next I go in and I just kind of blend it like that. And then finally for lip gloss, I use the e.l.f. Glow Reviver Lip Oil in the shade Jam Session. And I just put this over top like this. I like to put like a thicker amount on for the color of it, just to make it a little bit darker and more glossy. And this is what the lip combo ends up looking like, and I do this mostly every day. Some days I like to go for a little more natural, and I just kind of do whatever I am feeling for that day. And then some days when I want it to be a little stronger, I use the lip peel from Saatchu in the shade Pinked. And I like to put this on when I'm starting my makeup and then peel it off when I'm done and ready for my lips. But this is the combo that I chose for the day. So here's the final makeup. I do this pretty much every day. If you like this video, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you next week.